Hold on, clip.
But
Bro,
what I'm
what are
trying
you
to say
talking
is,
about? You have a whole video coming at Tariq Nasheed, bro. What are you talking about?
listen,
A whole video coming at Tariq Nasheed, bro.
I came at Tariq Nasheed because he was talking about the divisiveness, or he was talking divisive again, just like I believe you are, between Africans and Americans. That's why I came at Tariq Nasheed.
Ooh, hold on. This is going to be a very interesting video, and I'm going to start from straight off, all right? This is one of those particular situations where this guy literally was trying to create or force a particular narrative that wasn't there. I really want you to watch this. Now, if you haven't liked the video, if you liked this video before I just said this, you're a true legend. But if you haven't liked the video yet, give this video a like, because this is going to be a very interesting situation. We're mentioning names like Tariq Nasheed, who is one of the proud members of the FBA. I say, well, a visual spokesperson of the FBA's itself, which I am FBA, like Foundational Black American. If you don't know what a FBA is, it's Foundational Black American. It means that your family or your lineage has been in America before the founding of America, before 1776 itself. So that's the difference, you know. The reason why it's not African American is because there's a lot of migrating over to America who are African the last 3 generations, and they can't call me African American. They'll call those people African American if my family's been here longer than those guys during the slave trade, during slavery, and all that different type of stuff. Just a little breakdown real quick. But if you haven't liked the video, give this video a like, because I truly want you to see this. All right, it's gonna be crazy. It's a really good interaction. I generally feel like this guy was forcing a situation, trying to force a narrative, trying to force a little clickbait type of situation. Just watch how I play this and watch how this thing goes. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts and your opinions. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name's AdonisCrashBoom, and you guys are watching Adonis Live. Let's get it.
Yo,
What's good, man?
what's going on, bro?
Bro, are you? What time is it? Oh, it's long. It's early. Yeah, what's good, yo? Have you spoken to
Our contact.
Huh?
Our contact, you mean?
Yeah, we call him our contact, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So, bro, where did you go, man?
Bro, I went to New York. I told
Bro,
you.
you dipped out, bro. I was trying to still contact you. You
No.
went
I
around.
told you. I told you. I told you. I said, yo, I'm gonna be in town for a bit. I'm flying to a couple different countries, and I flew to New York right after that. Like right after you started, I was like, yo, what you trying to shoot? You trying to do this? He was like, yeah, but I gotta film. You literally was like, I gotta film this week. I gotta do this, and I was like, all right, bro, but I gotta fly. Like I already got everything booked. Like I'm not even.
Yeah, but I called you when I was ready, though. You didn't get back to me, though.
Bro, you was not ready. You called me like 4 hours before. I mean, like 1 hour or 2 hours before the time you already told me. And I was like, bro, it's clipped. Like, how am I going to get that done? Like, it was impossible. I already had to make arrangements. I already had to do a whole bunch of different stuff. But I was like, I'm already shooting something else. So it was like, all right, cool. Let him finish what he has to do. But I told you already. I literally told, true or false, I told you. I said, yo, bro, this run I'm about to go on is going to be crazy. You sure you want to do the interview?
Bro, we were supposed to arrange content. Like, you weren't getting back to me. Like, what was going on, bro?
Nah, I told you I had a schedule to keep, and I wanted to fit you in that schedule. And you was like, I gotta film as well. I've already got a whole bunch of shit lined up, and I was like, all right, bet, fuck it. He's gonna continue doing what he's doing. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing. We'll move on. That wasn't an issue. It was calm.
All right, so yeah, from what I've been seeing, I'm trying to
Hold
understand
on,
the
hold on. This is not no. This is Sora. All right. He's a good communicator, good chatter. You know, good talker. I've seen some of his stuff. We met him. I met him. Just to let you guys know, he's from the UK. I was introduced to him by somebody else on another app. All right, and she was a UK woman who lives in America at this moment in time, and she's like, the way you talk and the way Sora talks, it'll be a really good conversation. So he's pretty popular, I would say. All right. Sorry, bro. Go ahead.
So what's the discrepancy?
I don't
Like,
know.
really, because I've been seeing. Obviously, I've already delved into your content, but for me, your content's going a little bit left now. It seems to be quite divisive from what I can see.
What's divisive about it?
It's like it's as if you're pitting black people from the UK against black people from the US. That's what it seems as if you're doing. Now, if that is your goal, then okay, cool. I've been in the content and social media game for a while. Sometimes when you get a niche, right, you've got to roll with the niche because the niche brings you money or popularity or whatever it is. But that's what it seems to be right now. But how? Because all right, so you go on the street and you ask black UK people a lot of stuff about the black UK. Apart from that, you do lives, you do other videos,
Yeah,
you do other videos,
but I don't
and
ask Black UK
you
people
speak to a
about
lot
this.
of Black Americans about the differences between the Black UK and Black America. However, what it seems like is that there's an underlying feeling of, oh, they not like us, basically. All right, you to use Kendrick Lamar, they not like us, right? But what it is that for me, we have a shared experience being quote unquote Black, whether you be from the diaspora or whether you be from America. But it seems as if, right, that doesn't matter anymore. It's like, no, we're going to really segregate ourselves and say, this is who we are, that's who you are, and we're doing our thing.
Yeah, I have
That,
no problem with that. I have no problem with that. 100%. Like when it comes down to it is, yeah, I feel like the UK melanated community, Africans and Caribbeans, are very significant to the diaspora, and because they bridge the gap between Africa and America. You understand? Like that makes sense. Like they're like the middle piece between that Western society and the continent of Africa, as well as the Caribbean islands. It's like the little middle piece. But that becomes a problematic situation when you have all of these creators who won, and this is not older generation. The older generation is solid. They all cool. I've always said that. But the new generation, because the older generation is not on social media like that. You already know that. The newer generation is on social media and they have a different perspective and they have lack of knowledge about what they're talking about, which is fine if social media wasn't as viral as it is today. So when you have all of these, the UK being this prominent force where you have everybody coming to the UK, white people, Saudi Arabians, all these different people who want a taste of westernized culture but don't have the time, nor the money, or the access to go to America, they usually make their way to the UK to get a little taste of it. And we have all these younger generation people who make these derogatory, disrespectful, hurtful statements on social media, and no one's checking them at it. No one's addressing, like no one in the UK saying,
like what? What do you mean? Like what? What do you mean?
Americans are dumb. Black Americans don't know where they come from. Nike Tech was created in fucking London. Nike's from London. Hip hop's from London. These type of shit.
Who said Nike's created in London? That's just
Bro, I got the
nonsense.
videos. I got the video. These are the videos that's going on. And the crazy thing about it is when you watch like the videos, it's them saying this shit. And then it's just my face reaction and wow. And then after I just educate them on no, that's not actually true. Like he's created in
Yeah,
America.
but then the question now becomes: are you interacting with people who are uneducated and don't know much? And if you are, if that's your thing, right? I get it because that creates content. Because I'm in the content creating game, I understand. But if you're interacting with people who aren't very smart, that's the type of content you're gonna get.
Yeah, that I understand that. But no, that's not the type of people that I'm interacting with. I literally have conversations with full blown men, full blown, like I'm talking about grown ass men, grown ass women, grown ass, but it leads into this. I have to have a diverse catalog of people. It's not just going to be older gentlemen. It's going to be old gentlemen, younger gentlemen. It doesn't really matter. When I go to choose videos or people to interact with, I don't base it off of age or ethnicity or something like that. I don't see that. I only base it off if it's a group. I can control interact with a
All right,
group.
so let's talk about this FBA thing then. Is that what it is? Are you FBA? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but has nothing to do with FBA.
I think it does though. I think that's the underlying thing about this whole FBA thing. I really do. Like this foundational Black American thing that you go online, it's like FBA versus all other Black people from all over the world. And it's like,
Yeah, but that's not
well,
my content. None of my videos is FBA this. I don't make content about that. I don't talk about that. FBA is a lineage. It's a group of it's a people that been in America before the founding of America. So for me, like that's not it's not like a thing. It's a bloodline. It's a lineage of things. So for me to make content about that wouldn't make sense. What's the point?
but but I've heard you say things about Africans. Do you class yourself as one?
I classify myself as an American.
Yeah, I know that. But do you class yourself as like genetically, are you African?
If I guess so, you could say so. Yeah, I guess.
So
If,
so
if
this
no,
is what I'm trying to answer.
if
If you're
based off scientifically proven statements of what they want to say, if that's the information we're going by or the information provided by, if that is something that rises, depending on which lineage that I'm going for, then okay. Depending on which lineage you want to classify, because I'm Black American, so I have multiple different types of lineages and ethnic groups in my bloodline. And for me to actually just choose one will be disingenuous to the other. What's the difference between European or Italian or this or this? Again, it
But
gets tricky and messy, especially if you're from like a country that's mixed.
I hear that. But
But regardless of that,
if your genetics are African, why the animosity towards Africans? This is what I don't understand.
I don't see any animosity towards Africans. None of my videos are targeted towards Africans. None of my videos even mention Africans. I don't classify the people in the UK as an extension of Africa. I classify the UK as the people of the UK. That's different.
I saw something where you said that that Americans or Black Americans were the reasons why, you know, Africans are looked upon as, you know, kind of like human, because you guys had your human rights movement over there, you had your civil rights movement over there, etc., etc. And the reason why people are now looking at Africans in a positive light is because of what Americans done. Would I be correct? And that's what you said.
The reason why people are looking at melanated people on a global standard is because of the impact of the mass media production by American society, which put American Black creators or Black celebrities into a light of that nobody has ever seen on a global standard at that particular time. So is that true though? Is that true though?
But the thing is, that to me
But is that, hold on,
speaks that
is
we
that
don't.
true? Hold on, is that true though?
Sorry, say that again.
Is that true though?
No, it's not true.
Okay.
I tell you why it's not
What?
true. It's
That's
because
not true.
historically there are people like Steve Biko, there are people like Nelson Mandela, there are people like Thomas Sankara, there are people like Patrice Lumumba, there are people like Marcus Garvey, who were the reasons why Africans are looked upon or seen now as quote unquote more human. It's not just because of the American civil rights, because if you want to talk about civil rights, right?
But
Marcus Garvey,
Nelson, but Nelson
Marcus Garvey,
Mandela, hold on,
in
but
my
Nelson
personal point
Mandela
of
was
view,
influenced by Martin Luther King. He even wrote about it in his autobiography.
say that again.
Nelson Mandela was influenced by Martin Luther King.
Fantastic. And who was Martin Luther King influenced by?
W.E.D. Du Bois.
Marcus Garvey.
No, you didn't say Marcus Garvey. You said Martin
Mar-
Luther King.
no, no. Martin Luther King was influenced by Marcus Garvey. Malcolm X was influenced by Marcus Garvey. As a matter of fact, you can find Martin Luther King laying wreaths on Marcus Garvey's tomb, saying that he's the one that inspired him. You can find all of these things. So this is what I'm trying to say about understanding the lineage of history. So when you understand the lineage of history, without Marcus Garvey, a Jamaican.
But even Marcus Garvey was inspired by Booker T. Washington. Like, yeah, we can go back in history. We have a long history. Even Nat Turner. Like, we have a long history of historic people who've influenced multiple different people.
Right, but this is what I'm trying to say. So what you're saying to me is that we should be learning from each other and not so much dividing each other.
He just deviated. Just switched poles right there. He was going to say something and he changed something else.
We should be learning from each other, not so much dividing each other.
Yeah, and it seems like that's what you're trying to do. That's what it seems like to me.
No. We should be learning from each other and not so much dividing each other. That's a great perspective, and I agree with that. I think that would be a beneficial for the future of the world itself. But at this moment in time, what's happening is me walking around, interacting with people, and people are literally calling me dumb because I'm American. They make these quick little jokes and say, "Oh, silly American, he doesn't know geography. What are you talking about?" That sounds great, but then you have all these different people who are like making these derogatory statements, talking toxically about Black Americans on a consistent daily basis, and I have all the videos to show it, and it's not me provoking these conversations. It's just random conversations. I literally sat here with three guys from Ghana. Like, I think four guys from Ghana. They were in London for their PhD. Started the conversation off asking them, do they have social media or want to know about social media or what was going on with, TikTok and all this different type of stuff. And randomly, they just, after I said, you have any questions you want to ask me? And they literally just said, you're American, right? I said, yeah. They said, you're African American, Black American, right? I said, yeah. And they said, you have any intentions of going to Africa? And I said, no, I never really thought about it. They said, why? You must go to Africa. And I said, what's in Africa? And then they stopped. It's like, what? And I said, yeah, like, what's in Africa? Like, what do you want me to go see in Africa? Like, he said, there's tons of things in Africa. I said, give me an example. He said, Ghana, go to Ghana. I said, the only thing I know in Ghana is the door of no return, of which I would visit. Like, that's what I would go to see. But what else? And they was like, So if
Yeah,
you
but the
ask me
thing
to go
is
to
that
America, if you ask me to go to America, I say, where in America? I say, go to Florida. You like, where? I say, Disney World's in Orlando, South Beach, Miami's there. You go to Las Vegas, casinos and stuff, New York City, high rises. Like, I can name a whole bunch of things that you can do even while you're in those locations.
But the thing is,
So,
Africa's a huge continent, right?
yeah,
So there
54,
are many. So
54
there are many
countries.
things to do in Africa. There are many things to do in Africa, and there are many
Yeah, I
places to see in
understand.
Africa,
But
right?
I'm showing you, that's
So,
not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is I'm showing you how these conversations migrate into these topics. I don't provoke these topics. They do. They start off with these conversations and they randomly, literally it was a guy, a guy with dreads. Guy with dreads. He had red dreads, he's Caribbean, and he literally randomly, like we're sitting here having a conversation, talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. He randomly just says, like, where are you
so,
from?
so do you? So do you? You have no intentions, even though you're genetically African. You have no intention of even going to Africa in any way, shape, or form. No country in Africa. You don't have any desire to do that.
You deviated the conversation to what I'm talking. It's like you're not paying attention. Like you keep
I,
going
I,
into
I am.
Africa.
I'm paying
I
attention.
understand you're trying to go to like this whole African situation, but that's not the top point. Like if I want to go to Africa, I can go to Africa. It's not something that's a major priority into my head at this moment in time. I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm trying to accomplish within my life, besides also family problems and family issues and stuff like that. So if I have the opportunity to go to Africa and it makes sense for me to go to Africa, the continent of Africa or Nigeria or any one of those places, then okay, I'll make that an opportunity to go. But right now, there's not many opportunities for me to go to Africa or reasons to go to Africa and to just set up and do a little tourist vacation with no motivation to go to do these things wouldn't make sense for me logistically.
Do you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie, Adonis. It's. I don't know. I don't know what your agenda is like, because to me it seems like an agenda
I can
of
tell you my
division.
agenda.
Huh?
I can tell you my agenda.
Please tell me. Let us know. What's your
My
agenda?
my agenda is to document my life as much as possible. Every interaction, every place I go, every place I travel to. This is what I like. This is my agenda. When I wish at this moment in time I could have a conversation with my great great grandfather and see what he was thinking at those particular times. Or my great grandfather who walked in the Million Man March. I wish I could sit down and have a conversation, but he's passed away. So now I document my experiences every single day. And as much as I possibly can, the people I interact with, the people that I talk to, the conversations I have, and ever, the food I eat, or any country I go to. So when I die and 4 or 5 generations pass, come to me, like come down, and they say, "What is your great 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 grandfather doing?" They can look on YouTube and see a conversation we having with somebody who's from
Do you,
Africa
do,
or
you- do
from
you think that
yeah.
there's one lineage better than the other? Like, do you believe that FBAs are better than Africans, or Africans are better than FBAs, or anything like that?
Bro, this is all a social construct. That's dumb. Like at the end of the day, like if the aliens come down from fucking space. And like hypothetically say if the aliens come down from space and try to attack the world, no one's gonna say, "Oh, I'm Chinese, I'm this." They're gonna say, "No, we're humans. We got to figure out how to survive." These are all social constructs. These things are not really important to me. These people start these conversations. I just answer it and move on with the progress. I don't really focus on
But
this.
the thing is, this is what I'm trying to say. That what you're saying now does not reflect the content that you're putting out. This is what I'm
Bro,
trying to
it
say to you.
literally does. If you
The
watch the
content that
video,
you're putting out,
bro,
the
listen,
content that you're putting out
that's not
is very
true. You can't
divisive.
just look. I'm telling you, that's not true. You need to watch the
I'm
videos.
watching. Come
All right,
on,
so give me a
you're talking to
video.
me, bro.
All right,
You're
give me a
talking to me.
video.
I watch your stuff.
Give me a video. Let's talk about a video. Give me a video.
All right, cool.
Video on this
Let's
last year.
let's
Give
let's
me the
let's
front.
let's go with the video. Like I said before, when you were talking to the people about the contributions that Americans have made to the civil rights and human rights movement, and that is
What's
the
the name of the
reason
video?
why.
What does it look like? What am I
That is it.
wearing?
Well, I don't know what the video looks like.
Bro, I posted over 1,000 videos on YouTube. You have to check the
Exactly.
definition.
Exactly. So
No,
what I'm
exactly
trying to say
what?
is,
Give
if
me
you
the
go
video. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I need to
if you
know.
go to
Like,
that video, if you go to that video where you were
what
talking to,
video? Tell me what I'm wearing. Who's the people I'm
I
like, what
don't
are they
know, bro.
wearing?
I'm not clocking what you're, bro. I've got content, loads of content. If someone says they say, they saw a video of mine, I'm not gonna assume that they know, how far down in my, I don't know, video catalog it is.
Bro, it's not that serious. Like, literally, you can say the guy was wearing a yellow tracksuit. Okay. The guy was wearing the girl was wearing a red hair.
I
Anything.
think you were wearing black. I don't know, like. But I'm trying to tell you the content that was in there was when you were talking to the guys about the contributions that Americans made to the civil rights, and that's the reason why Africans are now seen as more quote unquote human. You agreed with it earlier on, yeah. So you did say it, so you said it.
No, I agree to the fact. Let's not do that. I agree to the fact that when it comes down to it, the reason why people look at people in a social construct that is stable itself, even when it comes down to like the way they dress, the aesthetic, the outfits, the clothes. Black Americans have made a huge impact to make the world socially acceptable to look at people in a particular way from a melanated perspective to be accepted into these lights. That's a normal structure. When you people walk outside in the United Kingdom, even in London, they're wearing Nike, they're wearing our style, they're wearing our fashion, which makes other people in these other ethnic countries like Romania, Bulgaria, Switzerland, all these white established countries, even some of the UK itself, all these white established countries, when they think about black people right now to this day, you know, they even think of Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, or whoever, what artist, Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, whoever it is that they represent to. And if somebody's walking in the street and dressing in that likeness, it's going to make them more comfortable to interact with that person and say, yeah, 50 Cent. That's what happens. I don't know if you've traveled around Europe a lot or not, but from my experience,
I've traveled a lot, but it
yeah,
seems
from
like
my experience, that's the best consensus.
I've traveled a lot, but it seems like your goalposts moving at this moment in time. What I'm
I'm
trying to
literally
say,
answering your question, and now you're trying to deviate. What you're trying to do is, one, you're filming this or recording this at this moment in time, and what you're trying to do at
someone's
this
recording it. I don't know. Someone's probably recording it.
yeah, what you're trying to do at this moment in time is control the dictation of the direction of this
It's your
conversation
life.
to
It's
fit,
your life. I'm not trying to control anything.
your
It's your life.
agenda of what you're trying to do. That's what's happening right now. Like I said, I'm a content creator as well. I'm not dumb. I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're trying to do. So
I don't
don't
have,
say
I don't
you're
have
trying
an
to be
agenda.
disingenuous with me
I
and
tell you what my
pushing.
agenda for this conversation
No,
is.
listen,
My
I'm
agenda for
gonna
this
say something.
conversation
Go ahead.
is for more unity than division.
No,
That's
it's
my
not.
agenda
You
for this
literally brought
conversation.
in FBA into this conversation with none of my content
Yes,
related to FBA.
the reason why I brought FBA into this conversation because I believe that FBA is a divisive tool.
That's
It's a
great. That's
it's a
your own
tool of
perspective.
division.
That does not correlate to anything that I'm doing in my content. Now, if you want
Okay,
to, that has
hang
nothing
on.
to do. My content is not FBA content, and I even say this all the time. My
Yeah,
content is not even.
but
My
that's the
content is not even
underlying
made.
though.
You're not listening. You're not listening. My content is not even made for black people. It's not made for black people or anybody. I communicate these things in a way where everyone can understand what's going on. And it's not just black people that I'm talking to, black Brits. That's the stuff that you specifically gravitate to. There are white people I interact with. There's the Asian people I interact with, Spanish people I interact with. You choose not to look at those videos. That's your prerogative, but it's not mine.
But
Simple.
the point that I'm trying to make is that your underlying push, the reason for the content, is because you believe that you're quote unquote FBA. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's great. And that's, like I said, that's the agenda that you're trying to push. That's
Okay,
not the
cool. I know
reality.
I could be wrong. So listen, I'm open to being wrong. So are you telling me now that the reason for the push of your content isn't because you're FBA?
No, it has nothing to do about being FBA. FBA is a lineage of people. Like, is the reason you make your content because you're Caribbean descent?
No, not at all.
Exactly. That's the
But then,
same logic you're making.
but then I don't make content trying to divide people from America
I
and
don't make
people
any
from
content. When do I divide people from America?
Adonis. You're being disingenuous now.
Give
You're
me
actually being
then let's
disingenuous
fine.
because you
If we
know
can't
that
come to
that's the type of content that you
Listen, if
make.
we can't come to a conclusion of you giving me an example of me trying to divide people, then what's the point of going back and forth? Give me an example.
Like I just told you the example when you were saying that that Americans are the reason for black people's being seen as something good. You're saying it's because of Americans and their civil rights and the way in which they
You
portray
gave me an
themselves around the
example
world.
of that particular.
But how? Like I
You
said, but
gave
hang
me
on, let me
that
finish. Let me
example.
finish.
Hold
But
on.
however,
No,
what
no,
you
no.
don't
Read that
say,
point.
or
Don't
what? Hang on,
deviate.
but what I'm trying to say is that what you don't acknowledge is you don't acknowledge Thomas Sankara. You don't acknowledge Marcus Garvey. You don't acknowledge
I
Steve
just
Biko.
acknowledged Marcus Garvey, and I
You
told
don't
you that he was
acknowledge like.
inspired by. Hold on, I just acknowledged Marcus Garvey, and I told you he was inspired by Booker T. Washington. You're moving like it's like you're not trying to understand what I'm saying at all. We've already had this conversation. So you mentioned those particular people. I broke down the complexity and the reason for saying that, and I broke down the angle of it. You choose not to see the angle that I'm talking about. You choose to push this particular perspective, but that's fine. You have all right to do that. But to imply that I'm doing these things and tell me that I'm doing this when I'm giving you the factual reasons on why I make the content I make, that's disingenuous to yourself. You're being delusional at this point. So I don't know what to say. Like, what am I supposed to do with this type of person that's not trying to understand exactly what I'm telling them is the reason why I'm doing these things? FBA? No, I am FBA. It's in my blood. It's in my lineage. I can't take that shit away from me, even if I try. So at the end of the day, but what does that have to do with it?
So then what's more? So then what's more important to you then? Your lineage or your genetics?
Bro, all of this stuff is a social construct. None
Yeah, I
of
know,
this,
but I'm
at the end
asking
of
you,
the day,
what's to you,
I don't think about
Adonis?
that. I don't think about that. My lineage or my genetics, that's not even a thought in my head. That's not even a thought in my head. Just to even think about that is wild. Bro, there's two different social constructs that you want to put together of how we identify things. Bro, who cares? I
So
got real problems.
you don't care.
Bro,
So you
look,
don't
I
care
got
about
real.
either.
Huh?
So you don't care about either. You don't care about your genetics or your lineage.
No, I care about them, but that's not a social thing. That's not something that's on my mind in this day and age. I'm thinking about I got one last grandmother that's about to die, and I gotta figure out how to make my family successful and not and document my experience because once she dies, she's gonna have all the information she has. So get all that. I got more things to be thinking about, bro. I'm not sitting here thinking about lineage or genetic, bro. I don't got time for that. I gotta think about how I'm gonna be financially stable. I gotta think about how I'm gonna grow as a content creator, how I'm gonna communicate better, how I'm gonna articulate myself better. Like it's so much shit that I need to think about. I don't waste my time going back and forth on these little
But the thing is, but this is the thing though, you say that, but then the content you put out is very divisive towards Africans in the
and I
Caribbean,
told you to explain that, and you haven't done it
Caribbean
justice at doing
Africans,
it. You
and
literally keep pushing
Africans
it,
who are in the
bro.
UK. It's
You're
like you're
pushing this
trying to show the
narrative.
difference between us.
Listen. I'm not letting this go on. You keep pushing this
All right,
narrative, and I'm asking you to give me an example. You brought up one example. I've
no,
articulated my
no
perspective on
problem,
that talking point, and now you're still here.
no
So what's
problem,
going on?
no problem,
Give me an example. Give me a different example.
no problem, no
Back it
problem,
up. Like, let's talk facts. Like you
no
said one
problem.
example. I said, nah, that's not the angle. The reason I was saying that. This is the angle. I literally broke it
So
around.
let me just get this straight. You don't
This is
think
one of the questions. This is one of the situations I've
I'm,
learned
no,
in the
I'm
UK
just,
about you guys.
I'm trying to get
You're
where
struggling.
you're coming from.
No, you're not.
So
You're
you're
trying to
saying
hold on. You're
that
not
you
trying to
don't
be.
make divisive content. You don't
Listen,
make that.
you're not trying to understand where I'm coming from. You're trying to push your own agenda with your own narrative of what it is. You're trying to force it into a situation where it's not. It doesn't matter. You watch the videos. If you watch the videos, you will literally see these people do these things on a consistent basis, unprovoked. So you
Adonis,
literally looking at me.
when
You're
you and
telling me,
I
hold on, hold on, hold
when
on.
you and I
Hold
arrange to
on.
make content,
You're telling me that I'm pushing divisive content. Why? Because I'm showing the world how people treat us that have melanated skin just like us, as well as all these other people who don't have melanated skin like us. White people who say Americans are
hang on,
dumb.
Adonis, when you and I arrange to make content together, yeah, what were we going to speak about?
Americans and Brits.
Right.
And then you
Okay.
said,
So we were
I said,
fantastic. Hang on. Let me finish. So you said we were going to speak about America and Britain. We were also going to speak about black issues. Yes.
that's what you wanted to speak about. You wanted to speak about FBA.
So
You
that's
wanted
what
to
we're going
speak
to
about
speak
that.
about, though, right?
No, but that's what you wanted to speak about. So understand the difference.
Yeah,
So as much as hold on, as much
Adonis,
as hold
but
on,
I
listen,
understand that. But I'm saying that's what would have been the conversation,
hold
right?
on. Let's get it clear. Let's get it clear. I wanted to talk about America and British. You wanted to single it down to the divisiveness between FBAs and Black British people. That's not me, bro. That's what you want to do.
So
The
then why?
second you
So
came in here,
hang on, Adonis. Don't be disjudged. Because if I said something that you didn't agree with, why didn't you say, you know what, Sarah? I don't want to speak about that. I just want to speak about this. That's not what you said. You said, okay, cool, let's speak about it. That's what you
no,
said.
yeah, but I understand that. I'm okay with having these conversations as you've seen in my videos. It's not a problem. But don't sit here and say that, oh yeah, but you wanted to speak about this stuff. So when you sit down and say I'm making divisive content, no, you specifically focus on this type of stuff. My content is not about
I
black
don't,
people.
but I don't focus on this type of stuff because if you look at my content, I don't focus on it at all. But what
Bro,
I'm
what are
trying to
you
say
talking
is,
about? You have a whole video coming at Tariq Nasheed, bro. What are you
to,
talking
to,
about?
Tariq,
You have
listen,
a whole video coming at Tariq Nasheed, bro.
I came at Tariq Nasheed because he was talking about the divisiveness, or he was talking divisive again, just like I believe you are, between Africans and Americans. That's why I came at Tariq Nasheed. If no one talks that divisive talk, I don't have anything to
Have
say.
you been to
But
America?
I've been to America multiple times.
Have you lived there?
No, I haven't lived there.
All right, so in America, we have Africans from all different countries, as well as Caribbeans from all different countries. We have multiple different. So this type of talking point, I don't know. I'm from New York. I have African. I grew up with African people. I grew up with Nigerians. I grew up with like Guyanese. Any type of African you met, I've already hung out with them. I've been around. It's in the culture. It is Caribbean people as well. I don't understand this perspective. I'm
What
not
perspective?
this perspective of divisiveness. These are very sensitive
You
topics.
don't understand it.
Of me making it, no, I'm literally showing people how I'm
You
being
can't,
treated.
Adonis. You can't be that. You can't be that oblivious to what you're doing. You can't be.
Bro, every single video, give me an example of a video. Pick a video.
Adonis,
No, no,
you can't
don't
be that
deviate.
oblivious to what you're doing.
Don't deviate. Give me a video. In the last year, this year, all right, I posted like over 1,000 videos. This year, give me one video. One.
Adonis, this is interesting. This is very interesting to me. The fact that you would deny
Deflect,
that
deviation. I asked you to
the fact
actually
that you
prove
would
it.
deny this is
Deflect
interesting.
and deviation. Give me one video. I got a full video of a year. Just give me one outfit I'm wearing or what they are. We could talk about
Bro,
it.
I don't know the outfits that you're wearing,
What do you mean?
Adonis. Like,
So you can't sit down and make these
can
statements,
you give me
bro.
an outfit that I'm wearing in my
I don't
content?
watch your I don't watch your videos, nor am I saying you're divisive. I'm not saying that. I don't watch you, bro. You made this statement, so I'm saying, okay, prove it. Give me a video that actually proves what you're saying. One.
Okay, so
Oh, here.
I saw a video of you speaking about the black people in the UK and how they think a certain thing about black Americans, like they're dumb, for instance, right? I don't know what you were wearing in that video. I don't
Was it
know.
just a solo video?
Yes, it was a solo video. It's you sitting down on your computer or at your desk, right? And you were talking about how black people in the UK think that black American people are silly, blah blah blah. Da, 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 da. So now you're gonna ask me, okay, what video is it, bro? I don't
No,
know.
no,
I
no, no.
just know
What's
this
your question? Where's the divisiveness in it?
because what I'm trying to say to you is, you are creating.
I'm actually, where's the divisiveness in that video?
You have to watch it.
Yeah, I've watched, I've created it. I know what you're talking about. I assume I know what you're talking about. But if I said that, okay, what's divisive in that? Because I have proof in videos to back that up. Like, I'm not coming, the difference between me and you is like, I'm really out here in these streets, bro. I'm really going through South London and East London and having these conversations with these people. I'm really out here talking not only just black people, white people as well. So where are you saying this divisive if you're literally showing the proof? I'm telling you, look at this.
Yeah,
Look
but I'm
at
telling
that.
you the videos, though. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm telling you the
Yeah,
videos.
but the video doesn't prove the statement that you're saying right now. Give me proof that I'm being divisive. I'm creating content to be divisive in my content. Give me proof. Because my videos, if you watch, I don't know if you watch, if you watch the YouTube videos.
I watch all kinds of videos.
Have you watched my YouTube videos or the short clips that like Instagram?
No, I've watched YouTube also, yeah.
So you watch my YouTube videos.
Yeah, I've watched your YouTube videos, yes.
All right, so what video have you watched?
I just told you which one.
What? What is the type? Like what video? Like you
Bro,
just
I don't know the title of the
clip. You said
video,
a
bro.
clip. You said you didn't tell me you watched the YouTube video. You said I seen a clip, and that's a clip. That's not a video. So I seen a clip of you talking about this particular. You never said
All
you
right,
watched the
Adonis,
YouTube video.
Adonis,
Don't deviate.
I understand what you're doing here.
Don't deviate. Answer the question.
I understand
You
what
see
you're
this?
doing.
This is what's happening. It always happens. They always make these
I
statements.
understand what you're doing here.
They always
It's okay.
you
I
guys
understand you've
always
got
make these statements.
Adonis,
Bro,
I know
let
you've
me tell
got
you
an
something.
audience to feed.
Listen.
You've got an audience to feed,
This is
and
what
I
I
get
learned
it.
from the UK. This is what I
I get
learned
it.
from being in the UK. I was having conversations with you guys. Yeah, all
So
make these, not all of you guys, but a lot
when
of you
we,
guys. Bro, hold
when
on,
we,
bro,
when we,
hold on.
when
Listen,
bro,
listen.
when we
Bro,
arrange to
listen, bro, you're
speak,
not, this guy's deviating and
when
deflecting
we
everything.
arrange to speak,
Crazy,
Adonis,
bro. Maestro.
you stop
Chill,
us from
bro.
speaking.
Bro, all right. You know what? It's like you're not
Yeah,
even trying to understand.
let's finish it. Have a good day. Have a good.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
thank you. So enjoy the rest of your day. It's crazy. That is crazy. You see this, right? Like no type of.
Do you see that? Like he was not trying to answer any question. He's making these statements. And I'm like, all right, cool. Prove it. Like, show me. You're not watching these videos, gang. You're watching small clips and think you have an understanding of what's going on. And all I'm asking you to do is give me a video that proves what you're saying is actually happening. And then ask me, what did you mean by that? Every single situation he asked me, I cleared it up. Like, no, this was the angle, what I was doing that. This is the reason why. This is the motive by it. They don't care. They don't care on what's the reason or the motive or my agenda. They only care about forcing their own narrative or their own agenda or their own perspective onto these videos to play victim. They don't care about why I'm doing this. They think they see me body slamming people when they're trying to disrespect me, my culture, where I'm from, and using straight logic and educational information to provide them with facts on why I'm doing why these things are not true. And that's hurting their feelings because they're looking and feeling embarrassed. This particular person, exactly, same thing that with the last person. They don't care. They literally don't want to listen to any logic. He literally tried to bring up Marcus Garvey. I brought up Booker T. Washington. He deviated to a different topic and talking point. That's all he did. Every time I brought the actual facts of what I was talking about, even randomly, he just brought up FBA, just out of the blue. Like, yo, bro, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, gang, this is what they do. Like, it's not they. a specific group of people that do this type of stuff. But if you watch this video, I'm very curious to if you see what I'm seeing. If you're, because like I said, I'm a content creator. I've learned a lot of things by being a content creator and being a host in particular. I learned how the game works when you are communicating and articulating yourself in these fields. Thus, my vocabulary and my articulation has gotten very better, has gotten much more prolific over the times of me creating content. If you watch the first couple of interviews I did and how I spoke compared to the way I'm speaking now, you will definitely see growth in me as a communicative person. Now, yeah, sometimes I do mess up, say a couple of different things that are not accurate, or I do mess up and say, but it's all freestyle off the top of the dome. That's why when we shoot these videos, I try to make it all in one shot. So I'm working on just boom, authentically feeling what it is. But like this, I said, back to this. They don't care, gang. They literally try their best, their hardest to do this every single time. And when I ask them to prove their point, they don't. My chat said, after that watch, we had a lot of people in that live stream, my chat said, he's projecting his feelings and ambitions for Tariq Nasheed onto you. And that's why he's coming with these particular things. He honestly doesn't know who you are or what you do, which is fine. I don't have any problem with him. Like I said, I met him through an acquaintance. They said we should have a talk and we have a chat. I said, okay. Him sitting down, bringing up, saying, what he's going to talk about? I said, I want to talk about British and American. That's all I wanted to talk about. He said he wanted to talk about FBA. All right, cool. I have these conversations with a lot of other people. Fine. Here, straight divisive, straight sneaky. And I understand there's going to be some people that think I'm faking it. I get it. But when is the bullshit going to stop? Like, when are you going to believe me as a person when I'm saying, bro, this is the reason I'm doing these things. This is the reason why I'm doing this. This is what's happening. You're watching hour-long, 45-minute-long videos of me chatting with these people, all freestyle, off the top of my head, improv, every single time. This is what happens. They don't want logic. They don't think that somebody's just doing this out of just being themselves and randomly this stuff is happening to them. They don't see me being attacked. They don't see me being disrespected. They don't see me even being disrespectful up to a point where I just reciprocate the energy. Cool. But what does it come down to? He was about to say, oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys don't know the history of the facts. Or, that's what, and then I said, when he mentioned Marcus Garvey, he's going to say, like, I heard him leading up to it. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You guys don't know the history of the lineage of the facts. And I said, no, but Marcus Garvey got inspired by Booker T. Washington. And he stopped and was like, and deviated into a whole nother topic. Like, pay attention to the strategy. We're not dealing with normal people. We're not like you. I'm just letting you guys know. We're not normal people. We're not sitting here just like talking with our friends. This is like a game, like a mental warframe. If you understand how communicative our content creation are, you're like, this is all strategy. This is all chess, mental chess. So like that's what he was playing, and I seen it early and quick. And when I shouted it out and I told him, I said, "Yo, somebody's probably filming this or recorded this," because before this, 10 minutes before this, he said, "I need 10 minutes." He came into the live. I seen him in the comments. I was like, "Yo, come up." He's like, "I need 10 minutes." So I'm assuming he's preparing. That's why his audio was so good. I'm assuming he was preparing like his whole setup or whatever. So, hey, that's what it is. What are your thoughts and your opinions? If you made it this far, please comment. Fact over emotions. Facts over emotions. And this is specifically for the people that generally don't know what they want to comment in this. They're just watching it, but they don't really know what to comment, and that's cool. But just to stay involved inside of the interaction with this field, with this situation, and stay connected and stuff like that. You don't know what to comment? Comment fact over emotion if you made it this far into the video. Even if you do know what to comment, you can comment fact over emotion and still comment what you want to comment. It's cool. But don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment and show your love, not your anger. Hold on. We got a couple of new super chat donations. Like I said, I'm going to start donating. I'm shouting out to people who do donations to these chats. I need it. I'm not going to front. I 100%. I need all the donations I can get. I need all the subscribers and members, the members I can get right now. I'm trying to move back to America, to New York, and I need to have my funds in check. So I appreciate it for every single person who watches these videos, who see me doing the work. Y'all say I do God's work. Okay, I need support right now, 100%. I'm done with the UK. I'm done with all this stuff. I'm trying to get my ass back to New York, back to America. So if you want to support the channel, you want to support the journey, you want to support this, you like these interactions, bro, I would truly appreciate it if you showed some love and not your anger. Seriously. I don't even if you've ever been in my live streams on TikTok, you already know I don't even ask y'all for donations or anything like that. But right now, I'm in a critical situation. Like You don't know how much it costs to actually move from London to New York to get back and even get my apartment. It's difficult, and I'm running out of time. So if you want to support that, if you want to support me through that, I would truly appreciate it. Become a member. You get a membership badge after it, and donate through the super chat. Whatever you do is truly appreciated. Seriously, I'm really trying to move back to New York. I'm really trying to keep up with my consistency of upload space. It's hard for me to shoot this content, film this content, and think about packing all my stuff and figuring out what apartment I'm going to rent. I haven't been working, like living in certain cribs and stuff like that. This is a side note, like real talk. I've been living in Europe, so for them to ask me, like I'm in a situation where they'll ask me, we need a rental reference or something like that. Like they need my to speak to the person I've been renting to, or my rental, whatever it's called. I don't know. You know what I mean? Bank statements and all these different types of stuff. I can't provide all of this different types of stuff because I've been out in Europe when they ask me for rental agreements and stuff like that for references and stuff like that. So I have to pay a large sums of money up front monthly for this apartment in New York. Like, I know people have paid down payment last month of rent and then the first month of rent, and then they're good. No, I'm gonna have to drop like 6 or 7 months just to prove that I can even financially stabilize this. So letting you know that to be very transparent on what's going on in my life at this moment in time. This is where I'm at in my life with Adonis. This is where we're at in our life right now. We're in Europe and we're making it back to New York. So I appreciate it if you guys can support. Any donations in the super chat will be gladly appreciated. Any members will be gladly appreciated. Really would appreciate it. I need my community to back me on this one, seriously. Besides that, if you enjoyed the video, thank you so much. Leave your thoughts and your opinions down below. And let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks because I got to get this stuff situated out. I'm not going to lie. My name's AdonisCrashBoom. You guys are watching Adonis Live, and let you know it's a movie.